Hello, brothers and sisters of light and dark. Welcome to my page. My page is about common sense. I try to keep it down under the nitty gritty, under 10 minutes. And if it goes over 10 minutes, it's something very fucking important. And not important to liberals, libertarians, people who believe in God, people like to smoke, people like to drink, people like ayahuasca, people like DMT. And of course, listeners' discretion is advised. I very much appreciate it that some people recognize my videos as some sort of satire, but it's okay. It's completely okay. That's a method to my madness. People don't listen. I really don't give a flying motherfucking fuck. That keeps me safe, and I appreciate it. You know how to read my description box. Listener's discretion. I am your friendly neighborhood Sexologist, and let's continue on with the subject. This subject will be about how to protect yourself from the white supremacy race. Not race, but the systematic white supremacy, systematic racism, okay? Because you already should know by now, there's different races in the world, okay? And blacks have to stand up on their own 2 feet in order to defend themselves in a country that's, I believe it's like 30% racism. But throughout the system, there is some missing pathology of psychology. And so they're going to have to make up for all of their atonement. So now they're mixed breeding now, okay? But if you do have Negroids that's living in the hood, like Tyreek Nasheed and some other individuals, Professor X, and also Louis Master Farrakhan, please understand there is a magic, okay? And the Rastafarians know this secret, and I'm pretty sure you should know as well, okay? You know, when you kill enough blacks, okay, who have the true idea of understanding themselves as God, and then you have a bunch of individuals who are literally robots, who were possibly created by the Anunnaki, bioengineered without emotion, without empathy, okay? Please understand that we have the capability of metamorphosizing ourselves. Any race that's being suppressed, any race, okay, that's being suppressed. I'm not gonna just talk about blacks here. We're talking about your soul, your energy vortices inside your mind. We're not talking about the flesh, because there are people who tend to forget about reincarnation. And a lot of white masters, they probably already know this shit. It's a secret. Because the northern white and the southern white, because I may throw you off a bit here because there's a little bit of technicalities here, but I'm not going to talk about technicalities. Understand that once you kill a black, at least about 100 whites just die. And it's like a regurgitated thing. They get reborn as a black person. You understand? Sometimes I think I was a white person in my past. I don't know. Okay, maybe so. But I did have 2 dreams when I was a little white girl and I got stabbed by my father or uncle. I don't know what it was, but I kept having that recurring dream when I was younger. I also was an Indian person, and I got stabbed by a white man. Okay, it's usually I killed by a white man. But understand, I was white or either Indian at that time in my dream or in my past life. I don't know. I don't remember. But reincarnation is very important. Okay? Focus on reincarnation, not about the body that you're in. Because if you understand what suffering is, it causes a butterfly effect. And either you have fear in this life or you don't. And I try to tell a lot of my white cracker friends, okay, did you know that karma is real, right? You got to think about karma. Like, let's say you're white. You got all this money, you got all this capital and shit, and you're suppressing a bunch of individuals because you have a problem with, just the way they act or the way they sound, okay? You may be that person in your next life. Have you ever thought about that? Okay, so this is why I tell a lot of Negroes in the hood that I think education is the best way of going because you evolve your soul. And by the way, I got me another one. And I had to smack the hell out of my beads came off because I smacked the hell out of my bitch. Okay, I'm just joking around. I like to joke around. People don't know if I'm joking or telling the truth. That's why videos and shit, it's not permitted in the court of law. Okay, but other than that, look at that. I got my special juju beads. Okay, I believe in magic. Okay, and there's a particular type of folks that you just don't fuck with. Okay, I'm like one of those individuals. I know why a lot of white crackers are racist. I talk to them. I used to take care of them as a personal care aide. But then they tell me shit because people tend to open up to me. And I don't even ask for like information that they used to do this, they used to do that. I'm just trying to tell you like it is. They're mainly racist because they were brainwashed when they were younger. It's not all their fault. Okay, but if you got a white liberal out there who's talking about this, they're not all of the time trying to go against the grain against black men and black people. They're trying to help, but they're on the wrong side. You just don't know. They're ignorant. There's a lot of ignorance. Ignorance is bliss. Okay, and if ignorance is bliss, you have to educate them so they won't become liberal anymore. They have to be someone that they can actually receive bruises, and they're not getting paid. But that's a rare thing, okay? When you find a white man who's doing these things for black society. And I do agree with a lot of things with Malcolm X and Martin Luther King and even Tariq Nasheed. I agree with a lot of people, including a lot of white folks, okay? But even with eugenetics, okay, I agree with that stuff too as well. But please understand that humans are not the only species in this motherfucking planet, you guys. Get that shit clear. Humans are not the only species in this planet. There's magic at hand here. And you're tending to forget about the fucking people who are mentally ill, who have the knowledge, which they may not be mentally ill, it's just you can't understand them, okay? And then now we have the vaccinations to fuck up our minds completely. So you don't want to believe in forced vaccinations. I just heard in Germany they on the riot, they all over the streets. There's no forced vaccinations because they know that as soon as they get them vaccinations, they want to experiment on the lower minority races, and we should already know this type of shit. So no forced vaccinations, no government enforcing anything. You don't want to go to a communist country like China. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. Trust me, you don't want to do that. Because your freedom of speech and your freedom of justice and your freedom is gone when someone forces something on you. You don't want that to happen. And of course, you shouldn't even have to pay a fine. I disagree with all that too. But people have a right to make decisions, but somehow the government takes control because they want to make a system in place to where they can scam the people. Because it's all mainly about greed and power. Okay, so blacks don't really need to worry about too much. They just have to stand up on their 2 feet and carry themselves by their own bootstraps. They can do it. Okay, look what I'm doing. Okay, I'm just keeping completely away from people. But then when I meet those individuals, I tell you the secrets, and I keep it down to 10 minutes. So the best thing for blacks to do is try to get as much knowledge as possible for themselves, because blacks tend to be very selfish species. Okay, but whites seem to be more caring. I'm just going to say it just like it is, because I've been helped by a lot of white crackers themselves, okay, right? And so if I was helped by more white folks and also foreigners and shit to help me, then they really have no excuse. But they do kill themselves at an alarming rate. But nobody really talks about white on white crime, babies, because you know why? You know why? Only thing I hear about is black on black crime, because it's nothing but the media. The media controls. The white people control the media. God damn it, that's a form of white systematic racism. Okay? They just pick and choose who they want to be advertised on their TV shows. Okay? They're not going to tell you the truth. And if you're from another country, from another mother, or another brother from another country, please understand that there's two sides of the motherfucking coin. All right, bro. They say blacks keep staying at fucking 14%. Now, why you think that is? Ask more questions. Don't just jump to conclusions. And I love when motherfuckers think my page is a fucking troll page. I love it. Okay, that's good. I put real pictures up on there and shit. And they were like, oh, that motherfucker fake. I got real videos and shit. I went to Ethiopia and shit. That nigga fake. I said, that's good, okay, because that only empowers me, okay? But those individuals who do know me, kudos to you, okay? And sometimes I do streams. Check out my Martius Knowledge 4. Check out my Martius Knowledge 3. I got 2 and 1. I only make 500 videos per Martius Knowledge. But I'm going to try something different because my daughters are growing up and I know people will eventually know who the fuck I am. I ain't worried about that shit. My daughter is pretty super fucking fine. And she going overseas just like I am. She ain't staying in this goddamn country. I live in the goddamn America. United motherfucking States of America. But of course, that's all I wanted to say about this, how to deal with the white supremacy and how to deal with slavery mentality and shit for black folks. I don't know how I'm gonna title it. But of course, this is all unscripted. You guys have a nice day. And God bless. If you want to believe in that shit. Peace.